Lu Xuanqin was summoned to the school's leadership meeting room to discuss how to deal with the defamation against her circulating online. The school leaders were deliberating on strategies to respond. The head of education proposed resolving the issue through legal means to protect the school's and Lu Xuanqin's reputations, but another leader was concerned that legal proceedings might take too long, potentially escalating the situation before the college entrance exams, which could cause greater harm to both the school and Lu Xuanqin. At that moment, Lu Xuanqin received a system prompt and accepted a new task, deciding to present her own suggestions to the school leaders. She proposed that, in addition to pursuing legal action, the school should also actively use public relations strategies to address the pressure from public opinion. She suggested the school should announce the lawsuit against Qin Lina in a high-profile manner and use the school's official Weibo account to clarify the facts, issuing a lawyer's letter to openly and transparently engage with the online audience. She believed the topic should maintain its visibility to guide public opinion toward the truth. Lu Xuanqin's perspective was unexpected and surprised the school leaders, who hadn't anticipated that a student could handle and understand such a crisis so maturely. Principal LV ultimately agreed to her plan but raised a key concern: could Lu Xuanqin maintain high scores in the upcoming exams? This was the foundation upon which the school's full support for her was based. Lu Xuanqin confidently stated that she could maintain scores above 600. Subsequently, she took a timed mock exam under the supervision of 3 teachers. The test questions were harder than the official exams, yet Lu Xuanqin performed exceptionally well, achieving a total score of 655. The school leaders were overjoyed by this result, believing she had the potential to be admitted to a top university. Satisfied with Lu Xuanqin's performance, Principal LV expressed the school's full support for her and asked her to write an article responding to Qin Lina's false accusations with facts. This meeting gave Lu Xuanqin the school's full backing, allowing her to prove her strength and prepare for the challenges ahead. As online public opinion continued to escalate, City No. 1 High School decided to fully support Lu Xuanqin. They quickly contacted a lawyer and issued a formal letter announcing the lawsuit against Qin Lina. This move not only reignited the controversy but also sparked heated discussions online, pushing the topic into the top 5 on Weibo's trending list. However, Qin Lina was not willing to back down. She used her influence and rhetoric to paint herself as the weaker party in a battle against the school, aiming to gain sympathy and more support from internet users. This strategy successfully pushed her Weibo account to the top of the trending list, becoming the #1 topic. Under such pressure, the leadership at City No. 1 High School began to feel uneasy and even received pressure from the city's education bureau, urging them to resolve the issue quickly. The leaders were struggling to find a solution, unsure of how to reverse the situation. At this point, the homeroom teacher for Class 6, Wang Zhonghui, suggested they seek advice from Lu Xuanqin once again, as her previous suggestion had been highly effective in the earlier crisis. When Lu Xuanqin was called to the school leadership office once more, she calmly presented the rebuttal article she had already written. The article was well organized and logically sound, strongly refuting Qin Lina's accusations. The school leaders praised her writing and logical abilities, surprised and pleased by her maturity. At the same time, Lu Xuanqin received a new task from the system. She could choose to privately reconcile with Qin Lina to reduce the intensity of the situation, or she could go head-to-head with her and use the power of public opinion to completely defeat Qin Lina. In the end, Lu Xuanqin decided to accept both tasks, planning to achieve a greater victory during her confrontation with Qin Lina. This public relations battle put significant pressure on City No. 1 High School's leadership, but with Lu Xuanqin's support, they began to stabilize the situation and prepared to launch a counterattack in the public sphere. Meanwhile, Principal LV also recognized Lu Xuanqin's potential and instructed the homeroom teacher to remind her classmates to keep their distance from her to avoid distractions from her studies. Accompanied by school leaders, Lu Xuanqin entered the computer room and quickly registered a Weibo account, initiating a reconciliation request with Qin Lina. Although this was simply to complete the system task, Lu Xuanqin had no real intention of reconciling. Shortly afterward, she posted the article she had prepared on Weibo and had the school's official account share it. The article quickly garnered widespread attention, sparking a heated discussion online. The content of the article mainly refuted Qin Lina's doubts about her academic performance, emphasizing that her progress was a well-documented fact witnessed by both teachers and students and was in no way the result of cheating. She pointed out that as a public figure, Qin Lina should bear responsibility for disseminating accurate information instead of making baseless attacks on an ordinary student. The article was well-reasoned and logically sound, quickly leading to a shift in public opinion. Many netizens began to sympathize with Lu Xuanqin and criticize Qin Lina for excessively attacking a student. After seeing this article, Qin Lina realized she was in trouble. She hadn't expected that a high school student could write such a sharp rebuttal. She originally thought she could easily handle City No. 1 High School but hadn't anticipated that Lu Xuanqin's counterattack would be so strong, better than the public relations teams of many celebrities. Qin Lina found herself in a dilemma, as public opinion had already started to shift. At the same time, the school leaders at City No. 1 High School were very satisfied with Lu Xuanqin's article and believed that the situation was beginning to turn in favor of the school. However, Lu Xuanqin warned them that the matter was far from over, and it was likely that Qin Lina would retaliate. She calmly analyzed the situation, predicting that Qin Lina would probably shift her focus to the school, questioning whether the school was overly protective of Lu Xuanqin, and use the power of the internet to pressure the school for an explanation. Sure enough, Qin Lina soon posted a new Weibo post, where she superficially expressed regret and offered an apology, claiming to admire Lu Xuanqin's article. But she quickly shifted the topic, questioning the legitimacy of Lu Xuanxin's rapid academic improvement and implying that there might be hidden truths behind the school's support for her. Her words seemed humble on the surface but were actually a strategic retreat, using this opportunity to refocus the conversation on the school and Lu Xuanxin's grades. At this moment, Lu Xuanxin was also pondering how to handle this new challenge, searching for the right strategy to further counter Qin Lina's challenge. Lu Xuanxin faced a dilemma when confronted with Qin Lina's renewed challenge. Initially, she hesitated, wondering whether to refrain from responding and let the issue naturally cool down. However, when the system offered a higher reward, Lu Xuanxin resolved to fight back, using public opinion to thoroughly defeat Qin Lina. In front of the school leaders, Lu Xuanxin displayed remarkable confidence and proposed turning the tables on Qin Lina. She proactively issued a challenge, stating that she was willing to have Qin Lina or someone she trusted supervise her exam to prove her academic abilities. This bold declaration shocked the school leaders. While they worried that such a public confrontation might negatively impact Lu Xuanxin's studies, they ultimately chose to support her after seeing her determination. Lu Xuanxin then sat down at a computer, quickly composed, and posted a Weibo message. In it, she directly addressed Qin Lina's accusations, emphasizing that she had no special background and had improved her scores purely through hard work. She openly invited Qin Lina to personally verify her exam performance, stating that she would accept the challenge even if the exam questions were made more difficult. This bold statement sparked heated discussion online, quickly propelling the issue to its peak. At this point, Qin Lina realized that Lu Xuanxin was not an easy opponent to deal with. Her rebuttals were sharp and well-grounded. Qin Lina decided to turn public opinion to her advantage, offering to personally create the exam and appoint one of her fans to supervise at City No. 1 High School, with the results to be publicly shared for all netizens to judge. Lu Xuanxin accepted the challenge without hesitation. The showdown between the two quickly trended on Weibo, attracting widespread attention from netizens. As the situation continued to escalate, Qin Lina's follower count skyrocketed, and Lu Xuanxin's newly registered account also gained a significant number of followers. This public exam challenge became a focal point of online debate, with everyone eager to see if Lu Xuanxin could use her abilities to defeat Qin Lina and prove her skills. It was a contest of intellect and courage. Lu Xuanxin was not only fighting to defend her reputation but also seizing the opportunity to show the world her capabilities. The bet between Lu Xuanxin and internet celebrity Qin Lina continued to heat up. Qin Lina, fueled by the surge in her followers due to the bet, eagerly anticipated winning the showdown to further boost her influence and commercial value. Meanwhile, the school leaders at City No. 1 High School felt powerless in the face of Lu Xuanxin's decisive response. Although worried about her situation, they could only respect her decision. The date and monitoring details of the bet were soon finalized, with Qin Lina selecting 2 fans as proctors to ensure fairness. Principal LV Shuda and the other school leaders were perplexed by Lu Xuanxin's choice of such a high-risk path, but they were unable to change what had already been set in motion. They could only hope that she would handle it smoothly. Back in the classroom, Lu Xuanxin's classmates were curious about her bet with Qin Lina, but she didn't go into detail, instead suggesting they follow the updates on Weibo. Her friends, Feng Jiejia and Zhang Ruolai, expressed their concerns, but Lu Xuanxin remained confident about the challenge. On the way home, Zhang Ruolai voiced his worries about Lu Xuanxin's gamble, feeling she was taking too much of a risk. However, Lu Xuanxin confidently reassured him that she had the ability to work miracles and asked Zhang Ruolai to trust her. The two of them reached a mutual understanding. Upon returning home, Zhang Ruolai's father, Zhang Jianjun, was uneasy about Lu Xuanxin's decision to engage in a bet with an internet celebrity, viewing it as an immature choice. As a precaution, Zhang Jianjun decided to notify the Education Bureau in advance, planning to intervene if Lu Xuanxin failed the exam to ensure fairness. Back at home, Lu Xuanxin faced stern questioning from her parents, who were shocked and furious about her involvement in an online bet. They believed she shouldn't gamble her future. Lu Xuanxin understood that it was hard to explain everything to her parents, feeling helpless, but she remained confident that she could win the bet. When confronted by her parents' doubts, Lu Xuanxin displayed great confidence and determination. She explained to her parents that the bet was not only a response to the public's doubts but also a way to prevent future accusations of cheating or relying on connections for good grades. Moved by her words, her parents, though still worried, chose to trust her and asked her to stay focused on her studies. Afterward, Lu Xuanxin returned to school, where she faced curious and skeptical gazes from teachers and students alike, but she remained calm and focused on her studies. Zhang Ruolai continued to worry about her situation, but Lu Xuanxin reassured him with her confident attitude, and the two returned to school in mutual understanding. Meanwhile, Qin Lina began preparing the exam questions, intending to create a challenging test that would put Lu Xuanxin in a difficult position. She sought help from her brother-in-law, a professor at Southeast University, asking him to design an especially difficult exam. Her brother-in-law gladly agreed and meticulously crafted a set of questions that were complex and filled with hidden traps, making it difficult even for top-performing students. 3 days later, Qin Lina received the exam and sent it to Lu Xuanxin. The test paper appeared simple on the surface but contained numerous hidden challenges and pitfalls. When Lu Xuanxin began answering the questions, she realized that the exam was much harder than expected. However, relying on her strength and calm analytical skills, she managed to complete the exam just before time ran out. After the math exam, Lu Xuanxin's score was publicly released online. She achieved 119 points, slightly lower than her previous mock exam, but still excellent. Qin Lina was puzzled by the result, as she had expected the test to prevent Lu Xuanxin from scoring well. However, Lu Xuanqing once again demonstrated her exceptional ability, leaving Qin Lina in a dilemma.